Hello and welcome to Markets Insight. I am Lavina Emma. So the holiday has come to an end and we are starting work today, Friday, surprisingly at the end of the week. Well, it's all good. So in a surprising turn of events, the Nigerian Naira has been steadily appreciating against major global currencies. This unexpected rise has sent shockwaves through financial markets, prompting international attention. Now let's take a look at how the Naira is selling against the dollar, the pound sterling, and the euro for today, Friday, 12th April. So for today, the dollar at the official Central Bank of Nigerian rate, the dollar is selling for 1,100 Naira, and in the parallel market, the unofficial rate, the dollar is selling for 1,210 Naira. So that shows you the surge with which the Naira is rising. And in the pound sterling, the Naira is selling at 1,400 Naira to 1 pound sterling. And in the parallel market, the pound sterling is selling for 1,600 Naira, which is quite a good improvement from what we experienced a few months ago. And the euro, so at the official CBN rate, the euro is selling for 1,199 Naira to 1 euro. And in the parallel market, it is selling for 1,330 Naira to 1 euro. So we have all seen this great improvement, how the Naira is faring right now. And we hope in the coming weeks that it gets better. We could perhaps look at 500 Naira to $1. So on today's show, we will discuss the factors behind the Naira surge and explore its potential impact on Nigeria's economy and the global financial landscape. So my guest this morning is Dayo Lomuwwagun. He's a chartered accountant with a vast experience in financial advisory, treasury management, and budgeting. He has over 20 years experience in the financial services industry, and he's joining us this morning on Market Insights via Zoom. So welcome to the program, Mr. Dayo.
Thank you for having me. Good morning.
Yes, good morning to you.
Thank you for having me.
Yes, I'm sure work has started for you also. This is Friday, surprisingly. After the 3-day long holiday, I hope you were able to rest well also.
Yes, rested very well. It was a great one. Thank you.
On at the beginning that the Naira has seen a surge selling against other foreign currencies like the dollars, pound sterling, and the euro, as opposed to what we had a few months ago, beginning of this year. So right now, the dollar is currently selling at the official Central Bank of Nigeria rate for 1,100 Naira, and in the black market, the unofficial market rate is 1,210 Naira. So how does an appreciating Naira impact on the global currency markets?
So I think it's a means for Nigeria. It's a good one, and depending on how you're looking at it. But I think generally the appreciation in the Naira, the impact on the global financial market depends on whether you're looking at import or you're looking at export. But the truth is, once the Naira is appreciating like that, for export, for example, your export may become more expensive, and it's easier to push import into the country. So in times of the impact on the global financial market, I think maybe along the line, it will also be predictive the trend that the Naira will begin to go, and which is I also think that is a good one for any financial expert or anybody who wants to invest in the financial markets.
Okay, so this is actually good news for our country and our currency. So this is some I would say some major relief. I hope it can also affect the common man on the streets and impact in our economy. As we know, we still have this rising inflation, and we also have the cost of food prices, which is still quite high, both our local food and also imported food. So does this Naira appreciation, how can it affect the common man on the street and also our local food production?
So I think it's going ultimately it's going to impact on the lives of the common man on the street. And the reason I say that Nigeria is an importing economy. We rarely produce imported into the country. And so when the local currency depreciates, what happens is that goods are imported into the country at higher rates. So, for example, what 50,000 Naira can buy before, you may need a 60,000 or 100,000 to buy because your Naira has depreciated. But the moment Naira begins to appreciate and you are still importing, so mind you, you are importing, I mean, maybe importing in dollars, for example. But because your Naira is appreciated against the dollar now, it means ultimately the goods that you brought into your country and services you brought into the country becomes cheaper. And once it's cheaper, the dealers or the sellers can put a little margin and they can sell at a reasonable rate. So ultimately what will happen is the prices of goods and services are expected to drop with time as further appreciation happens to the Naira. So ultimately the purchasing power of the masses is going to be enhanced.
Okay, so that's a good one. I'm sure most Nigerians will be looking forward to that. So, okay.
Yeah, so as I show, it's going to impact on the purchasing power of Nigeria.
Okay, so now the broader implications of this situation on a global scale. Now, what are the broader implications of a strong Naira for our global financial system?
So I think for the global market, for the global, I mean, looking at it from the global perspective, in the interim, I think your export, for example, the exports going out of Nigeria becomes a little more expensive. And so in times of competitiveness for Nigerian export outside the shores of Nigeria, it may becomes difficult. And it may mean that exporters may begin to drop some margin, may begin to lose some margin to make their goods competitive because your Naira has appreciated. So what $2 can buy before, maybe $2 before is let's say is 3,000 Naira. Now the same $2 now is two eight, for example. So meaning, and because the ultimately international market, they don't use your local currency, they use dollars and pounds and all of that. So it means that the products coming from your country becomes more expensive and all that. So so I think export may suffer a little, and hopefully it adjusts at some point. Then the other thing that the other impact at the global market is could also be in times of what investors are expecting. So in times of what foreign direct investment can come into your country, because it means once your Naira is appreciating, it means you cannot do much more with little as you used to do. And so you want to ask yourself whether you still want to bring in your foreign direct investment into the country or not. I mean, subject to other factors like the interest rate, like the total market available for you and all of that. So, but I think generally, this good news for Nigeria domestically may also impact us in some way at the global market in terms of what is the value, how expensive or how cheap is our export now, and in terms of foreign direct investment, how much of that one can come into the country. I think it's a mixed bag, it's a mix of different things. We cannot win it all. We cannot take the gold and leave the. I mean, you have the gold of pot, the pot of gold and the pot of rubbish. So it's just you deciding how you want to mix it and get a proper and appropriate mix that you think is suitable for you.